New witness expected before the Madlanga Commission in Pretoria today. Last week, witnesses concluded their evidence on the Ekurhuleni Metro Police Department. They focused on suspended Deputy Police Chief Julius Mkhwanazi's unlawful authorisation of the fitting of blue lights on vehicles of businessman Vusimuzi Matlala. The witnesses also detailed how officers allegedly aided criminal elements in order to infiltrate their units. Watching the story, as always, is our senior reporter, Canny Maphanga, who joins us now live from inside the Madlanga Justice College. And Canny, I've just spotted a statement actually from the commission itself saying that there are going to be 2 witnesses today who are likely to touch on those 121 dockets.
Indeed. Good morning to you, Yanda, and to the viewers at home. We are seeing that the Commission will be going ahead or forging ahead with introducing that new stream of evidence. And as you've correctly stated, we do get some of a hint now as to what it's going to be about, completely unrelated to the shocking allegations that we heard last week about the Ekurhuleni Metro Police Department. It seems that we're going back into this issue of the 121 dockets of the PKTT, which are subsequently moved from the headquarters to the Pretoria office in order for that particular disbandment process to be completed. So I think we'll get more details with respect to those particular dockets and what the status of them is now. But before we get there, I think it is an opportune time and to reflect on the shocking evidence that came out last week as we closed off on the chapter of the Ekurhuleni Metro Police Department, which we're hearing is engulfed by elements of alleged criminality, and it goes far beyond this alleged association between the EMPD and Vusimuzi Matlala, the alleged cartel member and his private security firm, allegedly by Brigadier Julius Mkhwanazi. We saw that the Commission at the tail end on Friday brought in Witness D, that is a partially in-camera witness, to testify on this alleged murder incident that was already teased by the previous witnesses, that is Riva Spies and Ekurhuleni as some of the red flags that they saw or had heard of that prompted this need to, I guess, investigate or probe internally, that is Brigadier Julius Mkhwanazi. However, those attempts were foiled allegedly by the city manager and other administrative heads who effectively protected and rendered this particular individual untouched. But for the first time before the Commission, we were actually hearing of the horrific details surrounding this 2022 incident that involved those alleged EMPD officials as well as those civilians who were allegedly approaching the scene with letters allegedly signed by Brigadier Julius Mkhwanazi that, I guess, elevated them from civilians to members of that particular team as they were driving those vehicles and they were conducting that operation within the EMPD. And we're hearing that what was supposed to be an operation to check for some form of stock theft turned into a brutal murder in the form of torture. And this particular witness D, who we understand is now a state witness, actually delved into how he was tasked with disposing the body, allegedly by Brigadier Mkhwanazi, and he did so by taking it to that particular dam and dumping it there. And he goes into great detail to state that these were some of the operations or effectively alleged extortion incidents that you would see taking place within this particular unit. However, we're hearing through the evidence that despite the amount of incidents that had been flagged before the EMPD, those internal probes did not take place. They were allegedly foiled by the city manager, and then of course the IPID probes remain stagnant. So as we stand right now, all those officers and the civilians that are alleged to be part of this particular group have not yet been held accountable for these gruesome murders. But now that we know that this particular witness, Witness D, is now a state witness or has turned state witness, it seems that there may be movement on some of those brutal, I guess, issues or horrific stories that we heard emanating out of this alleged rogue group. So we expect that now that we've moved on from this chapter and we have seen that the municipality has since suspended Brigadier Mkhwanazi, that the Madlanga Commission will now be moving on to the next stream of evidence, which forms part of phase 1, which is the laying down of the critical foundation prior to getting to phase 2, where implicated persons will be able to contest the evidence. All that and more at 9:30 this morning. Over to you in studio.
All right, Canny Maphanga is live to us there from the Madlanga Justice College. For now, Canny, thanks very much indeed.